Hello, and thanks for joining us. Oasis brothers Noel and Liam Gallagher reunite in Cardiff this weekend, officially bringing the iconic band back together. The first of their hugely anticipated reunion shows kicks off the latest chapter in a story that began in the 90s, one defined as much by sibling rivalry as by chart-topping hits. This concert marks the end of a 16-year hiatus and the beginning of a 41-date world tour. Caroline Bohm reports.
Nearly 16 years after their legendary split, Oasis is making a comeback. Friday night, the group will take to the stage in Cardiff, Wales, kicking off a worldwide reunion tour. The concert marks the resolution of a long-standing feud between brothers Liam and Noel Gallagher.
I ain't holding it up, you know what I mean? I'm like, I'd do Oasis tomorrow, but he wants to be the man in charge. He wants to be the main man who's doing it, and that's one thing I'm not. I'm not a yes man, and I'm not a hired drummer or a hired guitarist.
Oasis burst onto the scene 30 years ago with their debut album, Definitely Maybe. The band became part of the so-called Britpop era, with hit songs including Wonderwall, Champagne Supernova, and Don't Look Back in Anger. The Gallagher brothers, now 58 and 52 years old, haven't performed together since the band's breakup. But they have continued to play Oasis tracks at their solo gigs. After the tour was announced last August, fans who have waited for over a decade for the pair to reunite rejoiced. A ticket-buying frenzy ensued, driving prices for an entry up to £355 or over €400. The tickets sold out within hours, and resale prices have since surged into the thousands. Friday's show starts the 41-day world tour with dates across the UK, Ireland, North and South America, Asia, and Australia. The band will close the tour in Sao Paulo, Brazil on November 23rd.
Next then to a landmark exhibition celebrating a master of Post-Impressionism. The Grandet Museum in Aix-en-Provence is presenting 130 works by France's Paul Cézanne, an unprecedented tribute in that region that shaped both the man and his art. Cézanne spent much of his childhood in Aix, and its landscapes were a lasting source of inspiration. Jennifer Ben Brahim tells us more.
In Aix-en-Provence, the spirit of Cézanne is everywhere, on every street corner. Provence was his one true home. If you want to walk in his footsteps and return to the source of his works, this Bastide is where to go, a place he painted several times, to the soundtrack of Cicadas. For Philippe Cézanne, his great-grandson, a trip to his house is the chance to reconnect with his family history.
It's a magical place, the most important location for Cézanne's work. It's 40 years of his life and work.
This refuge in Jes de Buffon still holds all of the painter's secrets. Behind these white walls, there were once some of Cézanne's greatest treasures, such as his painting of the Four Seasons and a portrait of his father. This conservator carefully scraped the paint from the walls, bringing Cézanne's works back to life, uncovering this partial fresco, which may have been the outline of a doorway, and clues that revealed the existence of two other paintings once layered over it.
These paintings were done without any special preparation, very spontaneously.
When you look at this work for a 26 or 27-year-old at most, it's pretty astonishing. There's already a technique, a power to it.
This medallion with Cézanne's favourite colours has been cleaned up after half a century in hiding. He honed his craft in this very house, but also painted here some of his greatest masterpieces, like this depiction of workers playing cards at the Bastide, and of course his beloved mountain, Sainte-Victoire, immortalised 87 times. Even today, it continues to inspire artists. For 30 years, Ninon Angers has come to the mountain in search of Cézanne's light.
It's so different all the time. It's obsessive.
She uses blue ink, the mountain as a horizon, and Cézanne's canvases as inspiration.
It's something that could feel very heavy. He paints it as something transparent, translucent. It really moves me.
a chance to be up close and personal with his muse. Cézanne built this studio near the end of his life, featuring a huge glass wall, showcasing his favourite view of Sainte-Victoire. Here, nothing has changed since his death in 1906. In this room bathed in light, he worked on still lifes and completed his famous painting, The Bathers. This one-of-a-kind exhibition features 130 of Cézanne's paintings collected from 13 countries. A chance to see how the Aix-en-Provence region inspired one of the forefathers of modernist painting.
Next, a spotlight on a star who's Bollywood royalty. Alia Bhatt has won more than 60 awards for films like Gangubai, Kathiawadi, Razi and Gully Boy. With more than 85 million fans on Instagram, she's recognised for portraying strong, complex women in challenging circumstances. I had the chance to catch up with her at the Cannes Film Festival, where she was representing a major French beauty brand.
Hi, this is Alia Bhatt, and you're watching me on France 24.
I wanted to talk a bit about your career through the years, from your debut in Student of the Year to powerful performances in Highway, for example. How has your approach to acting evolved over the years?
I think with each film and each filmmaker, I take away something, and it does change me as an actor, but also as a person. My approach has always been the same, which is, walk onto a film set like it's your first day on a film set, with that much eagerness and that much, curiosity. Keep the curiosity alive is one thing I would say.
And you wear so many hats: actor, mother, producer, entrepreneur, author. Which role is the most challenging for you?
Challenging. I think managing it all is the most challenging part, putting it all together. And I don't want to be a jack of all and master of none, so I want to give my a quality time to each. But I think, of course, the most important role that I play is that of a mother. And sometimes making the choices also to even, for example, even to be here is not the easiest choice to make. Of course, I have the privilege and I have the support and I have the most wonderful husband who is, at home, being there with our daughter while I'm out here. But I do believe in instilling those values to her as well.
Of all the characters you've played, which one felt the closest to who you are?
In Rocky or Rani Ki Prem Kahani, I played in my character Rani, who was a journalist. I don't think I'm as honest as her, but I do feel like her values for, women empowerment and family values. But I have to say my alter ego, and my friends would agree, is my character Gangubai Kathiawadi, which is so away from who I am. But there's in a fun and cheeky way, there's a gangster attitude that she has, which I think is my alter ego.
Hold your horse. See, the problem is that our family is very अलग. रिश्ते का स्टीयरिंग व्हील चाहे अपना हाथ में हो, बैक सीट ड्राइविंग फैमिली करता है. फिर क्या चाहती क्या है? मैं आके रह जाऊं तेरी फैमिली के साथ, तू मेरी फैमिली के साथ आके रहेगी. अब तू रैंडम चीजें सजेस्ट कर रहा है कि तू मेरी फैमिली के साथ आके रहे. मैं oh my god. Genius.
And we're really excited about your new project, Alpha.
Thank you.
What can you tell us about it?
What I can tell you is that it's my first sort of attempt, a very rigorous attempt at action. It's not at all easy. So it is something that I'm very nervous about, but there was a lot of training and a lot of effort and a lot of prep that went into it. I think I'm really curious to see how the audience responds to an out-and-out action film with women in the center. This is the massive YRF spy universe, which has had the, most mega stars in the lead, with Shah Rukh Khan and Salman Khan and Hrithik Roshan. But this is the first time where we're doing the action film with the women in the lead.
Okay, Alia Bhatt, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And Alia Bhatt's new film, Alpha, will be out in December. And we're going to leave you with a glimpse of the world's first ever immersive 360 performance inside an opera house. It's created by Etienne Guiol, a video artist known for his work at the Paris Olympics. Presented until the end of August at the Opera House in Nice, this immersive experience invites people of all ages to step through the doors of the opera for a 45-minute sensory and emotional journey. Thanks for watching. See you next time.